This happened years ago, and I thought it would be worth sharing. My ex-girlfriend and I had what you might call an average relationship. We had our ups and downs, but we always managed to work things out. I noticed she started acting strangely and being secretive. I asked if everything was okay, and she snapped at me. She was also getting sick. Her daughter told me she was throwing up. One day I messaged her, and she never responded. I called her, and there was no answer. This wasn't unusual for her. However, the next day I still heard nothing from her. This went on for a week. I went to her place, but she wasn't there or she wouldn't answer the door. She totally ghosted me. I texted her and asked if I did something wrong. I can see she saw my texts, but she wasn't responding. She's a religious person, so I texted her, "I'm sorry for whatever I did. Even Jesus forgave Judas." She finally responded by saying, "God forgives all," and she put something that I can't remember. She then told me never to text her again. She then blocked me from everything. I was crushed. It took me a few weeks just to process this. Then, about 3 months later, by coincidence, I was dropping off a patient at the hospice facility where she worked. I didn't see her SUV in the parking lot, so I figured she wasn't there. I was talking to the nurse, and she recognized me and asked how she was doing. I told her we had broken up, and the nurse told me my ex was terminated because she damaged one of the company vehicles. Then she dropped the bombshell. She asked if I was going to take care of the baby when it was born. She was pregnant at that time. I think she was 5 months pregnant. It wasn't my baby either because I had got the snip after my daughter was born. I felt my stomach dropped after that. Took me a while, but I finally moved on with my life and started dating an RN I met at the hospital. It had been about 1.5 years since all that happened. Then, out of the blue, I started getting texts from a number I didn't recognize. They were all about forgiveness and hoping I was doing well in life. I didn't respond back. Then one day when I was getting off duty from fire department, I saw a note on my truck and it was from my ex. She was asking me to please meet her, but after giving it some thought I decided not to, for the simple fact she cheated on me, and my dad taught me if the person you loved and gave your life to does that to you, then they're no good for your life. The number I blocked shortly after that. A few days later I arrived home and she was there waiting. I ignored her and kept walking, and she pretty much made a scene because I did that. I told her, "What the hell do you want?" And she said she was sorry. The father of her daughter came back into her life and she wanted to be with him again, and she didn't know how to tell me. He got her pregnant and then left her again. She was asking for help because she couldn't afford to pay her bills and support her 2 daughters. She was also going to be evicted from her place. The job she had wasn't paying enough. I was indifferent about the whole thing. I was mad at her because what she did, but I felt bad for her daughters. I cared a lot for her oldest daughter. So I did something with thinking. I handed her $100 and told her to buy them food and said, "Swallow your damn pride and move back in with your mother." Her and her mother have very rocky relationship, but she knows she was always welcomed there. She was pleading for me to take her back because I was the only boyfriend who treated her with care, despite our ups and downs. I told her I'm not taking back and I'm not going to continue this conversation with her. I asked her to leave and she did, crying. I felt really bad, but I felt that was necessary. I heard after that she did move back in with her mom. Last I heard of her was she got her teacher's license and she's teaching at an elementary school. I'm happy with my current GF now, and we were actually talking about marriage.